souls. Welcome to Reclaiming the Sacred Self. I am Leora, and this is a space where we speak about what was once forbidden, buried, or forgotten. A space for sacred truths that have been silenced. And the sacred ones like you who are here to remember. This is an episode about the divine balance within us all, the feminine and the masculine, and how we have both been distorted and now are rising again together. Today I am sitting by a little lake in a park, and it's kind of noisy out around me, so hopefully it doesn't be too distracting. Guess we'll see. So I'm gonna just dive in about the core truth that we've both been hijacked, the masculine and the feminine. The patriarchy didn't just suppress the feminine, it also hijacked the masculine too. What we've been living in for centuries is not divine masculine energy. It's a distortion, a mimic. The sacred masculine protects, provides, witnesses, builds, and distorted masculine controls, conquers, dismisses, and dominates. And as that, distortion rose, and the feminine was pushed underground. The masculine has been hijacked by religion, society, government, the elite, pushing them to think that it's only about providing for, and not to even have feelings. They were, boys don't cry, or don't be a sissy, all those kind of things. Hypermasculinity, bringing in porn and alcohol, sports, drugs, everything to distort and break apart from actually sitting and healing and doing the work to rise. And the masculine is really going through it now. The feminine has too. We've gone through first, and we're still going through our journey. Obviously, it's always an evolution. But the feminine was never weak. We were called too emotional, hysterical, irrational, but she was intuitive, connected to source, connected to the earth, connected to the elements. We were the medicine women, the midwife, the high priestess, the grandmother who knew the stars and the plants and the way back to the soul, the, per se, kitchen witches, the grandma that, knew what to rub on a burn or whatever, that kind of thing. But that was taken away from us. Women used to be meeting in groups, and so they condemned them and said they were witches, and she was burned, she was silenced, and she was shamed. And that pain lives in our DNA, even if we don't remember it consciously. It's called the witch wound. And the throat chakra was heavily damaged. Plus the solar plexus, literally, I guess all our chakras, I guess we could say that. But, truly the throat chakra. One of the deepest imprints of the suppression, is what we call the witch wound. It's truly embedded in us. So that wound would tell us, it's not safe to speak our truth. If you share what you know, you could be attacked. If I shine too brightly, I'll be judged or exiled. So the throat chakra, the center of voice, expression, boundary, and truth became constricted. That lump in your throat where you couldn't feel like you could speak your truth. It's been huge for the divine feminine. It's ancestral. It's not just ours. It's collective. It's planetary. But it's time to heal it. The heart chakra, it's been damaged too. Like I said, all of our chakras have. So chakra healing, using it as a path to sovereignty. The body remembers what the mind forgets. I don't know if you've ever read the book or have heard anything about it, but the body keeps a score. And it's so true. All this trauma, the trauma that you endured, generational trauma, as a female, as a male, all these different traumas that we have endured for centuries even. Again, epigenetics, instilled in our bodies, can keep a score and make us sick. Dis-ease, as in dis-ease. So, coming to where we begin to heal it, we must come into embodied sovereignty. This means not just healing the throat, but the root, where survival fears live. The sacral, where creativity and feminine energy were suppressed. The solar plexus, where control and power distortions were formed. The heart, which carries grief from generations of betrayal. The throat, which carries lifetimes of silencing. The third eye, which was discredited as imagination. And the crown, which was severed from source through religious indoctrination. This is why so many of us are returning to ritual, to movement, to breath, to touch, to voice. Because our bodies, they are temples. They are temples that hold the truth. And the feminine, we were pushed into our masculine. I was. It is incredible how things have changed over the few, even the last 50 plus years. And a lot of us are still feeling this. We were pushed to be strong, to do everything, to achieve, lead, to survive. The Wonder Woman. You can do it all. You can work full time. You can do the laundry. You can cook and clean and take the kids everywhere and everything. And it didn't fall on the masculine like that. The masculine would come home from work and that was it. Sit in front of the TV, drink a beer, smoke some cigarettes, or don't come home, go to a bar for a little bit, hang out there, go to a strip club, whatever. But the female, it was about doing for all and nothing in her cup. Times I would feel completely alone. Oh, now I'm teared up. I felt like I was just the maid, the cook. Like, that was it. Like, nobody was looking to see what I needed emotionally, help with, whatever. It was that I was supposed to do it all. Plus. Yeah, it was a lot. It took me a long time to work through all that and heal that. And, if you felt like a failure, oh my God, the house needs cleaned, oh look, the dishes aren't done, you felt like a failure. Felt like, okay, but I'm supposed to also take care of myself and work out, or even some time to yourself. There was no time to myself. my kids were growing up. It was very lonely, and like I said, it's taken a long time to work through that healing, and knowing that it was truly from generations. You know, it's like, you might think, why can't I rest? Why can't I receive? Why does softness feel unsafe? Like, we are supposed to be in receiving mode. We are supposed to be creative. The masculine was distorted. So many of us had to step into overdrive, becoming hyper masculine just to survive. But it's not our fault. Society, like I said, government, religious, family. But guess what? It's not our destiny. The healed feminine is rising. We are in a planetary return. The feminine is rising. Not to overpower, but to rebalance, to walk beside the healed masculine. There's been so much put on keeping that from a divine union. So much placed to distract both the feminine and the masculine. But for us to be a healed feminine or a healed masculine, we have to start inside ourselves. When your inner masculine stops criticizing your emotions, when your inner female stops collapsing under pressure, and when the two begin to trust one another again. It took a lot of different things that I'm going to explain that I've that I put into the embodiment path. We'll discuss that a little bit later. But it's when you become whole. It's when you stop looking outside for permission, validation, protection. That's when you reclaim your sovereignty. This podcast and my offerings are about reclaiming what was stolen or hidden. Your voice, your womb wisdom, your sacred balance, your rituals, your light, your creativity, whatever lights you up. It's not about becoming perfect, because we are not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. But it's coming into your authenticity. It's about becoming true. It's coming home to the goddess within. Letting your voice rise again. Creating from love, not survival. And remembering. You're not too much. You're not broken. You're not alone. You are sacred and you are sovereign and you are rising. I know at times it can be really daunting. it's a lot. But step by step, we can do this. I've been on this path a while. I had created a first go around about the embodiment path. And even since I created it, I don't know, a month and a half ago or so, there's so much things have changed within me that I restructured it. And I'm also going to do a free 3-minute clearing healing of the throat chakra that you can listen to, that I will attach with this. You can go through my website and go into the pay hip, and it'll be in there where you can have a free downloadable meditation. You can also look at what's included in the embodiment path sovereign rebirth, I call it. It's not just a PDF, it's like a healing portal. It's things that I have done to really truly walk into my path, into my purpose, creating. And when I created the first one, I was really in a state of desperation, even. And I went in and I'm like, I need to change it up. There is 9 keys to help you start down your path. Again, it's all just a guide to help. There's breath work in there, there's journaling, meditations, mirror work, there's a goddess ritual in there with some affirmations, and even a recipe to make like a goddess oil. It's just different tools to reclaim your balance, your voice, your divinity, your true self, your most authentic self, to live in your truth. Stopping the people pleasing, stopping the codependency. Like, that has been ingrained in us and our grandparents and great grandparents, and it's been different things that have gone on for centuries. But we can change, and we can help ripple out. Us doing our healing also helps past, present, and future. But it ripples out. Be the ripple, be the ripple, be the ripple. It goes in my head all the time as I'm watching ripples come at me in this lake I'm sitting next to. So the link, it'll be shown in the notes. Again, you can go to my website also, and it will guide you through to PayHip. I hope that it can help you on your journey. That is what I'm to do on this time. Use my voice to help. Thank you for being here. Thank you for remembering. Remember, we are not broken. We are evolving. It's step by step. I am excited for this next part. There are so many more episodes coming. I have a list, feels like about a mile long. But again, I just want to share the knowledge that has been given to me, or the things that have worked for me. Again, there might, can't guarantee they'll work for you, but there might be something that's, sparks something different that you can use. Or something that comes to you, maybe somebody else could use the information and you can pass it on. Like I said, we take control and we share our knowledge. That's what we can do. Be the change in the world that you wish to see. I love you all so much. Namaste. My soul knows your soul. Much love, Leora.